Is that correct? What is the difference between, and that's why we don't have compassion for people that are in prison. Because we like, well, we living in prison, so why can't they? Do you see the general attitude is like, well, I'm in prison, why couldn't he go along with this prison? We can submit and work and go along with the imprisonment of this society, so should that person have. So we accept imprisonment as our cultural framework, of our cultural dynamic. Our highest aspiration of how we should live is imprisoned. Is told what to do from 9 to 5 throughout the day. How I should live my life. What I should do, when I can take a vacation. When I can take a lunch break. When I can do this. What I must read to go to school. What I must study. So their whole lifestyle, being told what to do by oppressive government, driving the streets, told when to stop and go at every traffic sign. Don't break no laws. Follow all the instructions. This society demands complete and utter compliance. And sometimes when people harass or comply, they are still harassed. Not only, they don't even want compliance, they want you to be subdued. So it ain't even compliance anymore, because now you follow every instruction and they still coming to you saying, making sure that you are not only compliant but subdued. You got your license and driver's license and this, that, and the other? Yeah, I got it. If you have too much authority about yourself, you're a criminal. You got your insurance card. You got your driver's license and you give it to him. Here you go, officer. Here's my ID. Huh? You smart? You're a smart guy, huh? You got some authority about yourself, huh? Okay, we're taking you to jail anyway. We'll find something. Right. So you are now, they don't want compliance, they want you to be subdued. So the average mindset, the culture of the collective, of the mass population of our people is a subdued culture. We live in a subdued state. So when we see somebody that's going to jail, we're saying, well, if you ain't going to go along, they'll force you to go along. So they should be forced to go along. You're not going to follow the directions and the codes of this society, then this is what happens to you. You end up in jail. And this is justifiable. That's back when slavery was legal. You don't follow the codes of this society, you get hung. Right. You should have listened to your master. Right. As though human degradation was not an atrocity in and of itself. Like there's any justification for the degradation of humanity. Period. There is no call, period. There's no justification. There's no circumstance where human degradation and demoralization should be justified. Well, in this society, we have justified it. Brother locked up for 3 hours for using somebody else's library card.
What? Who's this?
Literally arrested. He only was locked up for 3 hours. But my point is, he was imprisoned for using somebody else's library card and has a court date and all this for just using somebody else's library card. I said, what's the logic in this? Nobody was harmed. They're not even, it's not even a just system because they're penalizing people irrationally. You do this, you locked up for 5 years. You do this, you're going to jail for this many years. But if you look at some of the crimes, the Bible said a life for a life, a tooth for a tooth, correct? So if you have not taken a life, why are you doing life? Even the allegations that they made about Dr. York. What lives have he taken? What life is gone to take his life? Right. 136 years, that's life.
Shit don't make sense.
How do you rationalize taking somebody's life if they have never taken a life? But you just took a life by putting him in jail for 136 years, right? Well, who's going to take your life? That's the question that we have to ask themselves. If it got to be real justice, according to their law, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, if you take us, our people, and lock our people down, then some of them need to be taken and locked down. And that's justice according to their,
yes, sir.
According to their system.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that are performing the real crimes. What we should do for what they did to us, if it was about justice, for what they continue to perpetuate. Oh, I didn't have nothing to do with slavery. Those were my forefathers. No, you have something to do with slavery today. When you have a system that imposes people and a strict, ridiculous, compulsory education system that imposes the knowledge on people that's less than the knowledge of themselves. You today are participating in the enslavement of our people. Today you are. It's not just about what your forefathers doing. You're perpetuating a white supremacist energy on your corporate job, working for the media, working for advertisement, working for the news. These jobs perpetuate white supremacist images that go into the mindset of our people. So today they have criminalized our people. So they have enslaved our people mentally. So how do they